Hello my friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Kat and today we're going to be talking all things autumn, fall, makeup. I'm so excited. Let's get cozy and warm. It's literally like 20 degrees outside today. It's really warm. It's like the nicest day we've had probably in the last like week or so, but I was just craving some proper autumnal makeup, and I also just wanted to film a video talking about all the things I'm going to be using this autumn. I did this last year as well when it was like coming into autumn, and I did it earlier this year when we were coming into spring. It's just nice to sort of like go over the things that I'm just really excited to pull back out of my collection. And I'm not saying that you have to wear a certain type of makeup at a certain time of year. That is not what I'm saying. You can wear a grungy, dark, smoky look in the middle of summer, and you can wear a bright pink, orange, fiery look in the middle of winter. I don't really care. You can do whatever makes you feel amazing. But when it starts to get a little bit colder, a little bit darker, closer to Halloween, all I want is grungy, earthy kind of looks. So I just wanted to go over the things that I'm really excited to pull out, and maybe there's a couple of recommendations in here for you, things that you haven't really heard of, things that you've been looking for, and like I can give you the answer of what that. If you haven't been to my channel before, hi, I'm Kat. I love colourful makeup, colourful fashion. I also love music. So if that is something you would like to see me talk about a little bit more, then please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So I'm mostly going to be talking about like eyeshadows, lipsticks, blushes, because I feel like things like foundation, concealer, bronzer, eyebrow products, like that's the same, that doesn't change. I like the same base usually, like a glowy foundation. I very rarely use concealer, but when I do, like I like a glowy concealer, you know. Bushy eyebrows, that's the same throughout the year, doesn't change with the seasons. So we're just going to be talking more like color cosmetics. So let's first talk about some blush. So I have got 4 blushes here that I would like to talk about. None of them are going to be any new thing to you if you've been on my channel before. I don't have a huge collection. I have a very moderate collection. So I use and talk about the same products quite often because I do just use what I own and love what I own. I'm not really into like overconsumption. So we're going to talk about some things. You've definitely heard me talk about them before, but that just means that I love them. So first things first, my Fenty Beauty Rose Latte. I love this blush so much, and I feel like it's very versatile because in the summer, it's so disgusting, I'm sorry, but in the summer it can kind of look more like a sunburny kind of blush, but in the autumn winter I feel like it's going to be a bit more like bitten. You've been out in the cold, you've gone for a really nice winter walk. That's kind of how I feel it's gonna look, because I really concentrate my blush like up the top of my cheeks and on my nose, so it kind of gives that really nice like bitten look. And I have used this so much. I absolutely adore this blush. Like I love the formula, I love the color, and I like this blush as well because it's, 1, really quick and easy to use, but 2, because it's got like a kind of brown undertone, I can just use this and I don't have to use bronzer as well. So if I'm doing my makeup in a rush, this is what I will just like stick all over the cheeks, and it just gives you that like warmth but also the color that I am looking for, because I like a strong cheek. I don't know if you can really tell in this video, but I like a strong cheek. I like a lot of bronzer, I like a lot of blush. So it's nice that I've got a product that does that for me in one step. So I love this one. On a similar vein is the MUA Liquid Cream Blush in the shade Rouge Noir. I love these cream blushes. They are so cheap. They're like £3 each, and they do them in a really nice range of colors. They've got like a bright coral, which is like my favorite blush ever probably, and they've got like a brown, they've got some really bright pinks, they've got a bright red, and then they've got this shade which is similar to Rose Latte, where it's like bitten but could also be like sunburny, and it's just a really nice shade. It's got more, I'd say that Rosé Latte's got a bit more brown to it, whereas Rouge Noir possibly might have a bit more kind of purple. So that's Rouge Noir, and I'll just swatch Rosé Latte for you as well, so you can kind of see the difference. Yeah, I think you can see. So this is Rosé Latte and this is Rouge Noir. Rouge Noir is definitely darker, it's got a bit more purple to it, whereas Rosé Latte is definitely more brown. But I love the way that Rouge Noir looks on the cheeks, especially again when it's a bit colder and you have that all over the cheeks. I really like wearing this with literally just like nothing on the eyes, just lots of mascara, this on the cheeks and a red lip, and I think it just looks so nice. I love this, and again, £3. Then last for liquid blushes, we have the shade Nude from the Be by Superdrug line. So this is Superdrug's own line. This was, I want to say, £5 or £6, and this is a really lovely brown blush, but it's got a bit more of a sort of like a terracotta orange base to it, and I just think that looks really nice. And especially for me, because in autumn I like to wear like greens and a lot of like rusty oranges, this works really well because it has that orange undertone. And the formulation's really nice. It's quite thick, but it's really creamy and it lasts really, really well on the cheeks, and I'm just a big fan of it. And then last for blushes, we've got a powder one. This is the Cover FX blush duo in Warm Honey. I love this blush. This is what I'm wearing right now. I just mixed the matte and the shimmer together, and it's just a really nice, like kind of neutral, like warm brownie pink. It's so nice and I love it very much. So on the very outer edge we have the sheeny side, and then it's the matte there. So you can kind of see it's kind of similar to Rosé Latte, so the second one in. It's got that kind of like pinkness, but also it's very brown. And I just really love those blushes. I find them very pigmented, but very easy to blend. I really want to try the bronzer duo, and I just want to try more of these Cover FX little duos. I feel like I'm okay with eyeshadow at the moment. Like I'm really satisfied with my eyeshadow collection, but I want to kind of expand my colour cheek cosmetics collection. So I think I might get the bronzer duo and maybe the soft peach duo as well. That's my thoughts. That's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. That's it for blush. So those are all of my like autumnal blush recommendations. So now we're going to move on to eyeshadow, and I've got a lot to talk about. The first one I quickly want to touch on is the J-Cat Beauty Chrome Eye Mousse, the Prismetal Eye Mousse in the shade Houdini. I mentioned this in my all-time favorite makeup video. It is just a gorgeous, like cool tony, taupey kind of, it's got like a green to it, like it is a cream shadow, but it is just incredibly sparkly. Like it is so sparkly, so special, and really, really affordable. I love this eyeshadow. I love it for like, I just want to do warm brown in the crease, this on the lid, green in the crease, this on the lid. Like it just works so beautifully. And yes, it creases because it is a cream eyeshadow, but I don't really mind that. I just kind of tap it out and get on with it. Next, which is what I'm wearing on my eyes right now, this is the beautybay Wilderness palette. I've done a first impressions, a 4 looks 1 palette, and a video duping the vibes of the Melt and Beaute palette with this eyeshadow palette, and I just adore it. And I'm gonna have another video coming up, should be the one after this video, where I'm doing 2 autumnal looks with this palette, this look being one of them, and I just really love it. Like I really love it. The shimmers are so special, so sparkly, so gorgeous. I've only had like a little bit of trouble with one matte, which is the shade Leaf, but really I used it today and I had no issues. So I just feel like every time I use this palette, I'm just growing fonder and fonder and fonder of it, and I just feel like I can get my like ultimate autumnal looks from this. I just really love it. I'm not going to speak about it too long because I have made so many videos about this, so yeah, just a big fan. And then again, not going to be any sort of surprise, my Ace Beaute Flair palette. I can't tell you how many times I've spoken about this palette on my channel, but this is just grungy rainbow dreams. I love this palette so much. Paired with this palette, like them two together is just like so gorgeous. I love it. I adore this palette, and if you like the idea of me doing 2 autumnal looks with this palette as well, then please leave me a comment. So you'll have one with the Wilderness and one with the Flair. They're like my top 2 picks for autumnal eyeshadow looks. So if that is something that you'd like to see, definitely leave me a comment. I feel like I need to make more videos with this eyeshadow palette because I talk about it all the time, but I don't have too many videos with it. So yeah, if that's something you'd like to see, then definitely let me know. But I absolutely adore this palette. I think it's so gorgeous, so easy to work with. The Ace Beaute matte formula is my favorite matte formula. I say this all the time. I don't know how people have issues with it because I've never had an issue. I found it so easy to work with. The longevity is incredible. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I'm desperate for the Nostalgia palette, but I actually spoke to Ace Beaute on Instagram, and they're not going to be stocking in Europe anytime soon, so I can't get it because their shipping is so expensive to the UK. So if I've got any American pals that feel like ordering it, and then I'll pay you to obviously buy it and then ship it to me, then please let me know. Okay, next up, the Kaleidos Sci-Fi Green. I love this palette. I mean, I love all of my Kaleidos products, and I just think this is so gorgeous, so gorgeous. It's got those lovely murky greens. You've got the mustard, you've got the green and the gold. It's just a lovely little compact grungy palette, and I find it so easy to work with. I love that you can pop these shadows out and you can use them as singles. That's so convenient, and I just really love the formula, and I love these like little palettes so much. I love the packaging. It's so gorgeous, and I don't know whether this is still on the website. I really hope it is because it's so lovely, and yeah, I'm a big fan of this palette. Next, this is going to completely throw off my white balance, but this is the W7 24 Carat Gold Rush palette. This is the dupe for the Natasha Denona Gold palette, which I still lust over, and I really like this. I love mustardy brownie neutrals. I really do. Like, as much as I love all kinds of eyeshadow. Like, I love bright eyeshadow, I love dark grungy eyeshadow, but I also just love a good neutral. And this provides that for me. You've got those really lovely mustardy browns. You've got some really nice golds of different sort of tones. You've got like a green gold, sort of an old gold. You've got more coppery tones. And then you have that really nice pop of teal, which I really enjoy. And yeah, I just think this is a really good palette, and it's about £7, so it's super affordable. And if you were like interested in the gold palette, but you obviously don't want to spend over £100 on an eyeshadow palette, it's a nice little replacement. Next, the Ace Beaute Classical Paradise palette. I cannot wait to use this like so much. I love it so much. I love these like rich berry tones, this like really gorgeous burnt orange, the yellow, this like khaki, like murky green, and the shimmers are so pretty. I really love this palette, and I haven't given it as much love as it deserves, and I think I'm gonna like really concentrate on using this a lot in the upcoming months. I just think it's so pretty. I really like it. And I got this when there was that weird glitch on beautybay where all Ace Beaute stuff was like £4 or £5, so pretty chuffed with that. And then last for eyeshadow, the Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette. I just adore this palette, and I think you can see the theme that's like through these palettes. It's like murky, grungy, you know, there's like a few bright pops, but it's mostly like murky, grungy colors. These greens and teals on the bottom are just to die for. The purples are so lovely, and I love the tones of these browns, and this shade Mary is absolutely stunning. This is very similar to the Jade Cat Prismetal, like it's got a similar kind of vibe to it, where it's kind of taupey, a little bit more cool toned and really sparkly. It is so gorgeous. I absolutely adore this palette. I'm so glad I bought it. Still one of the most expensive palettes I've ever bought, but totally worth it. I use it so much. Okay, so that's it for all the palettes. Now let's move on to lipsticks. I have quite a lot here to talk about actually. Like, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 11 lipsticks to talk about. So let's get started. So let's start with the one that I'm wearing. So this is from Zoeva. This is the matte liquid lipstick in the shade About Turn. It's a really nice, like, burnt orangey brown. Like, it's definitely more brown than it is orange, but it's got that really nice orangey kind of undertone. I find it quite comfortable. It's not completely drying. You know, sometimes when you wear a liquid lipstick and you kind of stretch out your lips and you can feel it crumbling, like, it doesn't feel like that at all. Like, it is really comfortable. It's a very thin formula. Personally, I wouldn't really choose to wear a matte liquid lipstick over wearing like a matte bullet lipstick, but I do really like this color. The formula is nice, and I just think it's so nice. I definitely think in the tube it looks a lot brighter than it does on the lips. Like, in the tube it looks like proper pumpkin orange, but on the lips it definitely dries down to be more brown. However, I still think it's absolutely lovely. Big fan of this lip color. Let's start with the liquid lips now actually. So this one is from Ofra, and this is the shade Havana Nights. This is like a dark plummy burgundy. Like, it's definitely more purple than it is like red, but it is a really nice shade. Let me swatch these for you. So this is About Turn, and this is Havana Nights. When I bought it, I definitely thought it was going to be more red, but it definitely is more like purple burgundy. And then, yeah, there's About Turn there. It's a really lovely deep burgundy. I really love wearing like really dark lips like that with like nothing on the lids, or like just like a little sporadic kind of sparkle. I think looks really nice, and I just love a good bold lip. The formula is okay. It's not the most amazing formula in the world, but it does the job, and I do think it's really nice. And then last for liquid lips, I've got the Barry M Matte Me Up liquid lipstick in the shade So Chic, and this is like a really nice chocolatey, like milk chocolate brown. It's not too deep. It's a really nice shade. I really like this brown lipstick. Again, the same as like Havana Nights, it's not the most amazing formula, but I kind of feel like that with all liquid lipsticks. Like, it's not going to be the most amazing formula, because they can be very drying, but it is a really nice, like, yeah, like milky brown shade. It has like a little sort of kind of purpley undertone, which is quite nice. But yeah, that's So Chic. And now this lipstick, this is more of like a liquefied lipstick. It doesn't dry down like a liquid lipstick, but it is in like tube form. And this is from Meme Box, and this is the shade Mystery Juju from their I'm Mystery Blur Tint line. And this is such a gorgeous like brick red, and it's the sort of formula that I love, where it's like really moussey, it's really flat, matte, but it's so comfortable. And I just love this sort of red, this like brick red. I'm not a huge fan of blue toned reds or like pinky reds, but this is such a gorgeous shade. I love it. This is just such a comfortable formula, and they do it in loads of different shades. And of course, I'm going to mention some of my Kaleidos lip clays. You know, it's my absolute favorite lip formula. They've just announced that they are doing like a whole red collection, and you know that I am going to be buying those. So we'll start with the more sort of nude shade. This is the shade Terra, and this is like a burnt orange. I'm going to put it next to About Turn because I kind of want to compare them. Yeah, so Terra is definitely, so you can see Terra is on the outside and About Turn is just there. Terra is definitely more orange and About Turn is more brown. So the shades are definitely different, and different enough that I can warrant having both in my collection. But the formula for this is just so much more comfortable. This has very quickly become my like everyday lipstick. I've been really enjoying wearing this just with like a mustardy brown eyeshadow. And this, I just think it looks so nice together. I'm really enjoying it. And then I've got a couple from the Flora Noir collection. So this is like the sort of darker, moodier kind of collection. The first one I want to show you is Mahogany, which is the dark chocolatey brown. It is so gorgeous. You can see it's a little bit deeper than So Chic. So this is So Chic, and then that's Mahogany. So Mahogany is a little bit deeper than So Chic, but again, formula just so much nicer, creamy, moussey, matte, but not uncomfortable. Really easy to reapply, lasts really well. Absolutely adore it. And then the other one is Dahlia. So this is more of a burgundy kind of dark red. And this is also a gorgeous shade. So that is Dahlia up here. Just a really nice deep red. Gorgeous. I've spoken about this formula so many times, like I just love it. So I'm not gonna go on for too long. And now we have some just regular bullet lipsticks. So the first one is the Melt Ultra Matte Lipstick in the shade 710. This comes in new packaging now. So if you were to buy it, it would look a little bit different, but I adore this lipstick. It's like a mustardy brownie yellow. It's so gorgeous. I personally really like the formula. I know people have described Melt's matte lipstick formula as tuggy, but personally, I don't mind a tuggy bullet lipstick because then I know that it's going to be really long wearing, and I would rather a long wearing lipstick than like a really comfortable one. And I just really love this. I love the shade. It's so interesting, but yet still really wearable. Like I don't know how to explain how a mustard lipstick can be wearable, but it is very wearable, and I really love it. I love that it's the same shade as my nail varnish. I just absolutely adore it. If anything looks any different, it's because my camera died, so we're gonna just like quickly wrap this up. But I was talking about the Wet n Wild matte lipstick in the shade Cherry Bomb, and I bought this because there was a TikTok about like if you like 90s makeup, then this was like a lipstick to definitely have. And it is this shade here. So it's very purple, as you can see, like a very purpley kind of burgundy shade. So it's very similar to Havana Nights. If you want that kind of burgundy lip product, but you don't want a matte liquid lipstick, it might be worth just grabbing that. Super cheap, you know, really easy. And then next is Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipstick in the shade Cool Brown. This is such a nice lipstick. It's got a lot of purple in it, so this is it here. So it is that like cool toned brown, but it has like a greyish kind of purple undertone. It's such a nice lipstick. Again, it's kind of similar to the Melt one where it's kind of like a tuggy formula. So if you don't like tuggy matte lipsticks, then you might not like that, but personally I really like it. So yeah, that is Anastasia Beverly Hills Cool Brown. And then last but not least, the MAC Powder Kiss lipstick in the shade Devoted to Chili. This is like, I want to call it like as close to a nude as you can get, but also still being a red lipstick. I don't know how to describe it, but it's so neutral. Like it's so neutral that when you wear it, it's not like a bold lipstick. It is so nice, it's so comfortable, it smells so good, and I just really like it. I really like the tone. It's again that more sort of like bricky brownie tone, similar to the meme box one. So this one here, you can just see it's like a little bit darker, but yeah, I just think it's such a nice lipstick. So yeah, these are all my like autumnal lipstick picks. You can see just like dark purpley orangey brown is sort of like what I kind of gravitate towards. Okay, and that is everything. So those are all of my picks for my favorite autumnal makeup. I would love to know what are your favorite autumnal makeup products are. Like, are they like eyeshadows that you love, lipsticks that you love, blushes, anything? Like, please let me know. I would love to hear all about it. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. That'd be really, really cool. And as always, eat good, drink good, take care of yourself, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.